I'm here with Jay Bennett, the Blue Collar Networker, and today what we're going to do is discuss some fundamentals, as in what is network marketing, what is direct sales, where did this whole thing get started, how does this work?
Well, direct marketing is exactly what it says. It's direct marketing to people, a product or a service. And then they had an idea of how about if we get some people involved and we get them to sell it, and then we'll get an override on what they do. That was kind of like the first level kind of thing. And then it just kind of morphed into, well, if we could do one level, let's do two, let's do three. You started seeing programs going 6, 7, and 8 levels, and a la MLM was born, multi-level marketing.
So multi-level marketing, meaning you're getting paid on multiple levels where the sales are happening if it's in your organization.
That's right, that's right.
Well, tell me why this is so powerful as opposed to just getting a commission for making a sale.
Well, I mean, you just have way more potential to get paid on a lot of people. So with their time and effort getting out there marketing the product or service, you're getting a percentage on what they're doing. So it gives you that freedom factor that we talk about in network marketing.
So let me just get this straight. So the idea is if I go make a sale, I make a little bit of money. But then if I introduce you to this business and you say, well, I'd like to make some money too, you make that money, but I get a little piece because I introduce you to the whole thing.
Absolutely, and there's margins that are involved in the compensation plans. There's only a certain amount of money that can be paid, but they can stretch it out through your network. And again, if you understand geometric progression, that can get monstrous. You can have thousands and thousands of people tied into this, and you're getting a small percentage on all those people. So when they use a product or a service or they're sharing it with a friend, family, neighbor, or coworker, you're getting paid on all of that, and it adds up into a huge income.
Well, one of the things I think is important for people to understand is that what makes this possible is I can envision having to track this myself, right? And thinking, whoa, how could I possibly do that? But what enables us to do this is the fact that there's a company and a software that's actually doing the tracking on all of this. It's not, you're not the one having to figure this out.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the companies have all the technology, all the software to track it, and all you need to know is just originally getting that first person in, but everybody that comes in thereafter, it's all connected to that person, so you get paid on all the volume. You don't need to even worry about that. It's just done.
And it's done automatically based on whatever the compensation plan of that particular company is.
That's right.
And so what's the way to really take advantage of this whole multi-level situation? How can you really maximize it?
You know, I really think that when you understand the depth concept of geometric progression, we're not talking about a linear model, we're talking about a vertical model. And if that's true, if it's a vertical model, then you then can harness the power of geometric progression. And so I just would say that, you know, when I know I can get 5 people directly involved, but then those 5 are gonna go get 5. Now we have 25 added to the group. Those 25 get 5, we have now 125.
Right.
Those 125 get 5, it's 625, and if I can remember my math, those 625 get 5, it's 3,125. All of those people are doing their sharing and presenting the company or the product or the service. Hey, we're getting paid on all of that. So it's true leverage. You're getting paid when you're not working, when you're not involved, and that's the power of the network marketing distribution model.
So, I mean, what you're saying is, if I happen to be super lucky, and I just got 2 or 3 that were good ones, and they started doing the same thing, I might never have to work another day in my life.
Well, I don't like to use luck because, you know, I really like to think that it's work, effort, and planning, and all the good things that we've ever heard in terms of success, but you can get extremely lucky. I've seen in network marketing people get extremely lucky in the sense that right up front they got a couple of key people in, and the organizations took off. And you know, when you think about geometric progression, I mean, it's like a runaway train. And so I've seen people make 500,000, $1 million a year, really very quickly because they got a couple of key people within the organization.
Well, and I know those are some pretty big numbers for anybody watching this. If they get $500,000 to $1 million, that's
or 100,000 a year too.
I think a lot of people would be happy with a couple thousand a month would be good if I got lucky. I'm thinking my couple thousand a month to the grave, that would be nice. But realistically, though, let's talk about that. So, of course, we understand that this is network marketing, not
Yes.
net mess around marketing or net
Right.
play marketing.
Yeah.
So there is a work component to creating that luck for yourself to build that geometric progression. Can you say a little bit about that?
Yeah, and going back to the concept of linear versus vertical, you have to drive depth. There's a way of driving depth. In the next couple of weeks, I'll be doing events in different parts of the country. These are new groups, new people getting involved. We're doing 10 cities, and we're going to have meetings in those different cities. And so they're bringing their guests, they're bringing the people that are already involved and their guests, and we're going to get them exposed to the company and the products and the opportunity. And X amount of people are going to get involved, and X amount of people are going to get involved and get excited. And so we're driving the depth in the organization so that we can create, the residual income. If you want to get lucky, just work with the organization and look for key people that you can drive with. 5 levels deep, 10 levels deep, 20 levels deep. You find a leader deep in the organization, lock arms with them, and then just blow out the business from there.
On another video, we'll talk a little bit about how to get to really the large incomes. But what does it take, for instance, using this model of direct marketing, network marketing, social marketing, whatever we want to call it, what does it take for the average person to get to that place where they really are supplementing their income with an extra $1,000 or $2,000 a month?
Well, I always talk about the basics. I mean, when I do the business, my whole thing is talk about fundamentals and basics. I don't really talk about luck at all. It's all fundamentals.
I was just kidding.
No, I know, but it's all fundamentals. It's all a working game plan, a daily method of operation, a couple of key things. And I actually just walk into 3 simple little steps. This is very generic for any company, any product, any service. But number 1 is I say use the products or use the service. If you're a service company, use the products and service that you're representing. Mm-hmm. Really use it and get involved with it. I mean, be your best customer. As simple as that sounds, that's a very key thing, because if you can get some emotional attachment to what you're presenting, your product or service, that's key, because people can feel that and they can know that if it's coming from a sincere, authentic way. The second thing is just talking to people. And when you think about it, Ridge, all the companies have handled everything. The only thing we have to do is talk to people. So they've handled every aspect of the business other than sharing it with the person. And that's our job description, is talking to people. So you must have a daily method of operation of talking to people. And then the third concept is use the tools. And every company is going to be a little different here, but learn what the tools are, leverage the tools, utilize those tools while you create a duplicatable pattern through your team. So use the products, talk to people, use the tools. I have lived by that, and it's really helped me be successful because I keep it simple and not complicated.
And anybody can do that. And we'll talk a lot more about those basics, how to really apply them in a very big way in another video. Yeah. Jay Bennett, the Blue Collar Networker, coming at you with some fundamentals of what is direct sales and network marketing. Jay, thanks so much.
Thank you, Rich.